Like, how can you just defend this? I genuinely don't understand this. Like, any person who just gives a little bit of thought into this whole One Punch Man season 3 like situation can understand that this season is bad. Like, I don't understand why this animator is basically ruining their reputation like this. Like, they're not a small animator. Takashi Hashimoto is actually a really amazing animator, I would say. Like, they have been in One Piece Film Red, Evangelion Thrice Upon a Time, and Bleach Thousand Year Blood War. Like, they are obviously a really amazing animator. Now, I'm not denying that. But we need to be honest that the thing that they have said is not right. And I'm not claiming to know more about the anime industry than this person, but the things that they have said in their recent interview is just wrong by facts. Like, we can literally just show facts about the things that they have said. And listen, I'm not saying these things to just be salty. Like, I am extremely sick and I have been traveling for a week and I just came back from an 8-hour drive. So it's not like I'm in the mood for hating, but this is extremely important to talk about. They have basically said that regarding One Punch Man, the criticism, or rather the sheer volume of criticism from people watching illegally overseas, are overwhelming. Like, do they actually think that every single person who watches anime overseas and is criticizing is actually just watching the anime illegally? Like, how delusional can they actually be? I literally don't understand. Like, they're basically saying that the people that are criticizing them are actually watching this season illegally. Like, genuinely, that's just a little bit weird for them to actually say this. Like, I genuinely don't understand what their mindset is about, like, the anime fans around the world, but it's not really good. They have said that the production team probably feels a lot of pain because of it. Everyone shares the same feeling. Nobody sets out to make a bad product, obviously. Yet we get criticized for the smallest details. Smallest detail, you say? Now tell me, does just taking the manga panel and colorizing it and not even drawing the rest of the hair is called little details? Like, how can you call this animation? Like, we can't even call this like colorizing the manga because they have literally not drawn the rest of the hair. It is so baffling to me that they're calling it the smallest detail. They said that where is our motivation supposed to go? I'll be blunt. In the next few weeks, something we poured our hearts and souls into will be aired. If people call it crap or a paper play, Kageshibai, limited animation, then so be it. But we pushed ourselves to the very limit. Listen, if you actually have made something really good, people are not just going to say that it's bad. People can understand good animation. Like, most of the people, yeah, there are actual dumb fucks on the internet. I'm not gonna deny that. But more than 90% of the people can actually acknowledge good animation. Like, if it's good, it's good. But the problem is that even in the previous episodes, like episode 5, which one of the directors of the season said that it's really action packed. Like, it has the best animation in the season, same as episode 9. And dear God, I don't know how that's going to turn out. But season 5 was awful. It was chopped, it was rushed. There were literally scenes that were just cut off. It was not good. And I can clearly see that it's not just the overseas fans that are criticizing them, because it is obvious that when he says paper play or Kageshibai, it is obvious that even over there in Japan, people are criticizing this. And I would assume that the Japanese fans are basically calling it a paper play, which is really on par, you could say. So the fact that you are saying the criticism is calling from the overseas fans that are watching it illegally, well, I can say you are literally saying the opposite in this part. Now, he also said, please think about the creators behind the scenes. We aren't doing this as volunteers. This is everyone's job. And I have such a huge problem with this part. Do you understand why season 1 was such a masterpiece? It wasn't like they had like infinite budget or like the infinite manpower. It was because they were passionate. They were low on budget, they were low on manpower, they were low on time, but they were passionate about it. And look how it turned out. People can understand passion. Like, let's say One Piece. People can see that the animators are actually in love with One Piece as well. And because of that, the fans actually love that shit. And the reason that I can clearly say that no, you have not put all of your heart into this is because you just said you are not doing this as volunteers. This is just your job. When you are looking at this just as your job, then you are not going to put all of your heart into it. When you look at art just as a job, the passion literally just goes away. And when you take out the passion from art, like what's left? Do you think that Expedition 33 would have been a game like that if there was no passion? Do you think that Expedition 33 would have been nominated for 12 categories in the Game Awards and it's probably going to win most of them? Like, no, it would not have been able to do that if the team had no passion. A team of 30 people and a dream. So when you say that this is just your job, my guy, you should not have been working on this season. If you are not a fan of One Punch Man, I don't know what to tell you. You should not have been working on this anime. Like, you are obviously really talented animator, like you are really good at your job, but One Punch Man, I guess, was not your thing. I think it should be really obvious that people who are not experienced in, for example, let's just say an action show should not be working on one of the biggest action mangas in history. Like, I think that is really obvious. I don't know what to tell you. The fact that the director basically had zero experience in like action adaptation, he said it himself that this is basically his first action manga that he's adapting. Like, if I remember correctly, when you get hired at a job, they usually look at your resume, but I guess you could say Bandai Namco basically doesn't care about One Punch Man. And I would say more than 90% of the problem is Bandai Namco. But it is obvious to me that the people that are working on One Punch Man Season 3, even though, yes, they might be great animators and they might make amazing animations in other type of genres, they were not suited for One Punch Man. I think it is basically obvious to say that. And listen, I am saying that with facts. Like, for example, a single person made a better adaptation of this scene in just 4 days. All by himself, without zero money, in just 4 days. And do I even need to tell you about the whole Garo slide? Now you could say this actually became a really great meme, but let me tell you, even a 5-year-old, like if you just give a cursor to a 5-year-old and just said to them, just drag this all the way down here, they could literally do it. Like, there is no need for an animator to animate this because there is basically no animation. It's just a drag and drop. Like, you genuinely cannot call this animation. And even in like the art department, even though yes, some of the scenes I could say had almost the same quality of art as the manga, but those are very few because most of the time the art look like this. Just look at the art of the manga and the art of the anime. You do not need to be an amazing artist to understand that this looks way worse than this. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I genuinely don't. Like, genuinely, yeah, most of the time the art was bad as well. Like, it was not just the animation. Most of the time, it basically looks like they just took a couple of PNGs and just stick them together. Or in other times, they just said to themselves, okay, let's just put a blue filter on everything and make a scene that looks as cool and amazing as this look like this. Yeah, I think you are seeing the patterns that they should not have accepted the adaptation. Like, they were not suited for this. It's just sad, man. It's really, really sad. Imagine if the art of Dark Souls looked like X-Arm. Well, I guess we did get that with Berserk 2016. Now, even with all I said, there are even cutting source material. Like, they are literally cutting some of the most important parts of the manga. Now, that is basically disrespect. I'm not even joking. You are not putting your heart into this when you are literally cutting off some of the most important parts of the manga. And at the end, they just said, the more you bully us, the more the staff will disappear. Guaranteed. My guy, let me tell you that most people will be actually happy about that, because I can guarantee you that most people would have actually rather season 3 to not exist, because it literally ruined One Punch Man. Do you need proof? I'll show you proof. 5 on my anime list. One of the most beloved titles in like the anime industry is a 5. Is that not enough for you? Okay, let's go on IMDb. Jesus Christ. Like, let's just look at the previous seasons. In season 1, literally every episode was more than 8, and even some episodes more than 9. And like, even in season 2, there is not a single episode which is under like 7, you could say. Like 7, 9, 8, 3, 8, 8, yeah, and so goes like forward. Like, look at each episode. Even though, like, yeah, there was a lot of criticism for season 2, it was still like presentable, you could say. But Jesus Christ, 4.4, 4.3, 4.1, 3.8, 4.3, and 1.5. You have to be extremely delusional to think that there is not a single problem with season 3. You would not see rating like these even in like really trashy anime. Like, genuinely, I cannot believe that someone can look at this and just say to themselves, oh, we put all of our heart in season 3, or season 3 episode 5 and 9 on like really action packed. It's just insane. It's sad, man. It is genuinely sad. I love One Punch Man with all of my heart. I really wish that I was going like, oh my god, look at each episode is just amazing. It's like 9.5, 9, 8.5, or I wanted that to happen. Like, no one is hating on season 3 just for the sake of hating it. Like, I do understand that there are actual like handful of people out there that are literally happy about this whole scenario, but mind you, I said handful. Like, at this moment, there are like millions of fans that are mourning for season 3. But I guess let's wait and see what episode 9 looks like. Let's see if a whole season of PNG animation was worth the wait for episode 9. Like, I genuinely cannot believe in a day and age which we get stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen, like Shibuya Incident, or for example, Star Wars Vision, or I don't know, like Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, or for heck, One Piece, which is literally giving fans like insane animation every like 3 or 4 episodes. And I know it's not like I cannot see that they didn't have enough time, they didn't have enough manpower, or for example, the budget. I swear to God, if they just come out and just honestly say that, yes, we did not have enough budget, we did not have enough animators, we did not have enough time, every single person on the internet would understand. But instead of that, they literally come out and just shame the fans for criticizing. And I can say that with all of that in mind, why did you accept the show? Like, if you were not going to be able to do it, then why did you accept it? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Like, I am really sick and I'm starting to feel a little bit doozy right now. So yeah, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, like all of that good stuff. I really appreciate it. And that's about it. Bye!